So, and the other thing is, Cheney, Halliburton was in charge of building that concrete, basically a concrete sleeve, large one, in the ocean floor for the drill to go through and to pipe everything up. And I've heard two different stories that and we hope that the truth will come out. I first reported or read that there was a chemical reaction between the concrete and substances found in the ocean floor surrounding that, and reacted with methane gas, caused an explosion on the bottom, okay, on the ocean floor. But there's another story that the explosion occurred on the derrick, on the platform. But obviously, the platform exploded, but it's exactly where did it start? Did it start underneath and send flames up along the thing there? Excuse me if it turns out the platform exploded. I'm just what I've read. There's two different stories of how this happened, and still it's a lot of guesswork. And right now the priority is, instead of figuring out how it happened, is capping the damn thing. And for what I understand, I mean, this must be some really deep water, because it's so deep that that methane, that gases mix with the water and causes a frozen slush. And for water to freeze water to freeze like that, I mean, the deeper down you go, the colder it is. So it must be pretty freaking deep. Excuse me, I'm not really good with numbers and keeping facts straight. Even like when I took history class, I was bad about memorizing the dates. But I like looking at the overall picture of things. So Halliburton, Cheney, okay, that's all I was talking about, you know, that they laid the groundwork, the foundation for the coal mine disasters by making things less safe and not putting pressure on the industries to do the right thing. And I don't think Obama has had, I mean, there was enough on his plate coming in. You know, come on, 2 wars, you know, a sinking economy, you know, and then, you know, to go after the energy industry. And Obama even like was ready to throw a bone to the right, the ones that are saying drill baby drill, and agreed to some offshore drilling off the East Coast, to some new offshore drilling. But hopefully that won't happen now. And all the right-wingers that are going drill baby drill are starting to say, no, that was somebody else. Sure, I'm a liberal, you know, and I voted for Obama, and I'm going to blame all kinds of stuff on Bush. But I just wanted to clarify that, you know, that there are other factors. There's no one person that we could really blame for something like this. But there are things that people do that lays the groundwork. And a lot of times they deregulated the stock market, and look what happened. Okay? There were checks, things put in, laws made, you know, guaranteeing the banks, that happened after the Great Depression, that later other presidents, including Bill Clinton, helped dismantle. Whiskey Man, Louis Arrighi, who always mentions Glass-Steagall, the Glass-Steagall Act. Am I saying that right? If I'm getting this wrong, go talk to Louis as far as economics. He's the guy that studied economics. This other thing, we've had this market free fall. Once again, I'm not an economist, but I really think there needs to be tighter controls on Wall Street and the stock market to not let these things bounce around like this, because a lot of it has to do with everything happens so much faster now, and these computers, you know, can make the buying and selling happen so fast that it almost like can snowball and become something that's out of control. I don't know. There's been a lot of studies about the psychology of investing on the stock market. And it's really funny. There's a herd mentality, you know, that happens like the same thing when you see a bunch of people gather together in a riot. It's almost the same sort of thing that happens. You know, like they get caught up in the energy and they stop thinking, you know. It's like a mob, you know, a mob mentality. Oh, let's see. I have the paper here and I was trying to look at some headlines here. Yes, and I know, Fez Night. is boring. It is. I don't pretend like it's anything exciting. And yet, if I don't post a Fez Night, some of you come by and go, where's my Fez Night? So what can I say? Yeah, and I want to thank Kool-Aid Girl again, but she described the Timmy situation very well. She referred to me as low-hanging fruit. And that's it. You know, there's always some, you know, naive sucker that comes along and thinks, you know, that there's good in all human beings. And the evil ones truly try to take advantage of that person. I would like to think I'm a little more street smart than that. But sometimes I misrepresent myself to myself.